Hello, live chatters. This is Douglas George Bloch, born on George Washington's birthday. It is now January 10th in the year 2021, and boy, what an interesting beginning to the year. Welcome to your Depression Recovery Hour with Pastor Doug. I always wanted to be a minister. Wasn't raised in the Christian faith, but guess what? I always wanted to. Hey, Doug, it's Simon from Halston, Exeter, UK. How are you feeling? Pretty shaken. So, yeah, Tony, what do you think looking for the UK, looking at America, what's happened the last 72 hours? I'm curious what people think from a perspective of another country. Hello from sunny Florida. Well, I wish I could say it was sunny here, but we've had some nice days. Susan, of course, from Virginia, right down the street from Washington, D.C. Yeah, the second Sunday of the new year. Waiting for more people to show up. Oh yeah, there's Brian Zimmerman. Hello, Pastor. Thank you. Denver. Yep. Marina Black Yarn from somewhere overseas. VEC, probably from overseas. Peter Shields, definitely from Europe, the UK. Jason Clulo from United Kingdom. Giselle Allegrini, probably from New York or somewhere in there. And Sid Latif. Hi, haven't seen you before. Richier, yes. Greetings, Lazy Ranch. We all need a dose of hope today. Yes, from California. Andrea. Hanging in there, Pedar, Shirley from Florida, Kevin Wilson. Hey, Doug, where are you from? I like to know where people are. Great to meet you finally. Beth, well, I guess we're meeting in some sense. Who else is here? Suzanne Mowat, hi from Las Vegas. Pretty hot there. Haven't met you. Pamela Perry from Connecticut. Yay. I used to spend a lot of time in Connecticut. Grew up in New York. You made it here from the great state of Texas. Mohammed's been asking about you. And from Oklahoma, we'll be having a birthday next month, and I'll be 84. Well, I'll be 72 next month. We're both born in February. What day? Edward Steiner from California. And you're Canadian. What a wonderful name. Yes. Does that mean you live in Canada? You're obviously your ancestors were Italian. It seems like we have a virtually birthday cake. That's great. Life is good here in Kansas City. That's right. Greetings, greetings, greetings. You've been a help in my life. Thank you. Well, send me a birthday present. Inspiring Words, a.k.a. Gem. You're supposed to be sending me some. I need it. What are these things? Fisherman's Friends from the UK. Anybody want to send me some Fisherman's Friends? Taco Flatter from Canada. Hey, Patrick. My nephew who bought one share of Tesla yesterday. Venturing into the world of the stock market. Lori Buckman, Idaho, yep, right down the street. Ellen Demir, probably from some other country. Very cold, yes, where you are in Canada, should be. Alex Haynes from the UK, nice to see you. So, how many people do we have right now? Let's see, what's going on here? We've got 31, all right, we're getting up there. And let's get back to where we are, yes. £5, the contributor. Thank you very much, guys. Your monthly contributions are definitely allowing me to pay my two videographers based on what you're giving, so thank you. Someone tried to sell me 8 venison legs for £200. I said, that's too dear. Thank you, Jason. 39, is that how old you are? Is that the temperature? Covered off the charts here. Stay well, everybody. Yes, well, it's all over the place. You know, the United States has 4% of the population of the world, but 20% of the deaths. What do you think of that? I'm sure we can do better. Hang on. Alex, hanging on. Not too great this week. How are you? All right. So I wanted to ask the question that is probably on a lot of people's minds. Don't watch the riots. It doesn't help. Yeah, right. Hard when they're basically putting them on the TV every other minute. Hey, Dublin, Ireland. Yes. Making points to Dr. Morrow since the new year. The anxiety has been uncontrollable. Going to see about upping my meds. Good work, Taco. Be proactive. Thank you for your $5 Canadian contribution. And by the Eliza, I wanted to go to Ireland my whole life. You know why? It's a very prosperous country. Do you know that, Eliza? And you know why it's a prosperous country? Because its capital is always Dublin. Raise your hand if you get that joke. Ireland is a prosperous country because its capital is always Dublin. All right, someone needs to get that joke. Rajana Lakshita, hi from Sri Lanka. Wow. Where is Sri Lanka? It's somewhere near India, isn't it? Boy, bad geography for Douglas. But I got the right area, don't I? All right. Questions about mental health recovery. That's what we're here for. Again, we are not, you think that's good? I take Pristique at 50 milligrams a day. It's good medication. You got the joke, of course. Most people did. Anyway, yes, so we are not here to diagnose, treat, or make recommendations, but we are here to educate and especially have you guys come together in a group to support each other. These are certainly interesting times. Pamela Perry says, COVID, what we are going through here in the USA is scaring me. Anxiety sky high from this mess. Well, coldest place in the Ireland, Burr. That must be a joke. Maybe there's a Burr, Ireland. Just south of India. Good guess. There were some riots at some point in Sri Lanka. I mean, of course, there's been riots everywhere almost. What meds have the least side effects? Hearing a story about taking Lexapro scares me not to try. But guess what, Brian? I was in a group, running a group of 10 people suffering from depression. 9 of 10 were on Lexapro, had very little side effects. I was the anomaly. So everybody's unique. What I tell people about antidepressants, especially as SSRIs, is start low and build up. Talk to your doctor about it. Using mood stabilizers to help anxiety, yes, that they were prescribed for me in 2015, especially Lamictal and Zyprexa, which is more of an antipsychotic. Army War of Banglin, you're more than welcome. So yes, I would definitely say that there are people who prescribe mood stabilizers to help anxiety. Definitely talk to your doctor about it, Taco. Having your audiobook living your so far, I think it means, so relatable even for someone who's not ever attempted or even thought about suicide. Well, yeah, pain is pain, isn't it? COVID really bad here in Dublin, bad too, yep. Well, it's not just an American problem, that's obvious. Is that an SSRI? Is what an SSRI? Lexapro is, yeah. Okay, Lazy is doing great. Larry's doing great. He went home Tuesday and is already walking his neighborhood and cooking. It sounds so happy when he talks. Yeah, someone getting a heart transplant. Is that not a miracle or not? Ravi Shankar, hope you're doing well. Your videos are helping me a lot. Beth Riley, I've been taking Prozac for 11 years. I'm really worried about long-term effects. Well, I've been taking, I'm telling you about Wellbutrin for a long time. Well, here's the deal. If Prozac is helping, then it's a trade-off, right? You're mentally stable, but it might be difficult in the long run. That's the trade-off about antidepressants people struggle with. My nurse practitioner said, you've had 5 breakdowns. Do not stop taking Wellbutrin. You don't want to go into the hospital 6 times. You might not make it. So I've temporarily myself decided to stay on Wellbutrin. A good diet helps with anxiety. He said, eat lots of sugar, Hostess Twinkies, alcohol, and especially... Oh, no, he didn't say that. He said, help eat brown bread instead of white and no sweets and alcohol. Okay, thank you. I was having a vision problem. Can you achieve remission from a severe depression drug-free? DT Vids X20, that happened to me in 1997 when I was in a prayer group. People prayed over me. It happened in 1983 when I went to graduate school. It happened in 1975 when I went back to college. I've actually never gotten over depression, my 5 episodes with medications. The last time was ECT. So yes, you can overcome severe depression drug-free. That being said, medications are still probably a very good thing to try. Talk to your doctor. Plenty of COVID here in Rathfarnham. I wear my mask even out while walking. Yeah. All right. Any questions about mental health? So my audiobook, for those of you who haven't been listening, we've had 6 episodes. When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. Where did I get this title? I stole it from Winston Churchill. Has anyone ever heard of Winston Churchill? He was some obscure politician. Anyway, he said during World War II, when going through hell, keep going. And I thought, that's very clever. But what about when going through hell, don't stop? Actually, that was not mine. That was Robert Costa, pastor at the Church of Religious Science in Northern California, who told me that. And I said to myself in 1989, that might be the title of a good book. And then 8 years later, I wrote the book after being almost destroyed and died by the most horrible depressive episode. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. Richier, you loved the last recent episode where I'm talking about trying to survive and going to day treatment? Yeah, it was day by day, wasn't it? Discipline of daily walking, excellent for physical and mental health. I could not agree with you more. Eliza Hopkins. Episode 6 was fantastic. Thank you. Well, wait till you get to episode 10. Anyone from here from London and live chat? I want to go back to London. Can I crash on your floor, Simon? BC, I'm glad you liked episode 6. Thank you for the audiobook that you are having come out in multiple installations. Well, eventually when it goes on Amazon, it's going to be $99.99. So you guys are getting a good deal. I'm joking, of course. It's going to be about $15, but I thought my loyal YouTube fans and followers deserve to have the first hearing of the audiobook, and before it goes, public. By the way, when it comes out on Audible, tell your friends about it. I'm scared of society being single. Well, isn't there more than one society? Oh, I know what you're saying. I'm scared of being single in society. I got it. Well, yeah, it's much better when you have a partner. I mean, people we are social creatures. On the other hand, I know a lot of people who are single and they're doing quite well. So it depends if you have a support group around you. If you're not married or don't have a domestic partner, but you have lots of friends, or you go to a church or a synagogue, you're in groups, you're going to school, you're taking classes, you're joining a running group. There's lots of ways to get social support. Although, we are human beings, kind of hardwired to mate. But a lot of people I know who are single. Look at Katharine Hepburn, the great actress. She never married. Ludi Zavendo, nice to see you. I've been diagnosed with PP, multiple sclerosis in May, and now I don't have access to neurologists because of COVID. Really? Can't you do it by telemedicine? What the hell can I do? Symptoms are getting worse and worse. I'm really depressed. Wait. Where do you live? I mean, I've been doing telemedicine with my internist, ever since COVID started. Hey, Mr. Rockets 88, we have not heard from you in almost a year. Hanley Freilich, Wellbutrin enhanced my anxiety. It does that for many people. Chris Boswell, hey, Mr. Rocket 88, it's so nice to see you. I've been on lorazepam for over 2 years. I suffer a lot of anxiety, but your doctor is tapering me off them now. What other medication can I safely try for anxiety? Talk to your doctor. There's something called Buspar, Buspar. That is an anxiety medication that is not habit forming. Doesn't always work. And of course, I have a whole series of videos on anxiety, and there are many things you can do: deep breathing, intense exercise, mindfulness meditation. So there are all sorts of ways you can approach it. But again, I am not recommending, I am not diagnosing and treating, but there is I think it's called I know. It's something, I don't really know how to spell it. Something like that. I think it's called Buspar. Football season. Don't apologize. Nice to see you back. You're scared of people judging you, Ali. Well, that happens, but what others think of me is none of my business, is what I like to say. Buspar, thank you. I knew I got this. Thank you. Pamela Perry, you're always coming up with the right things here. How can I overcome people judging you? I'd say go see a good counselor, and remember, what they have to think about you is definitely their problem, not yours. Okay, Lazy Iran said something that people were devastated about. COVID said, I lost 2 neighbors in 2 weeks. Wow, one was a friend who was our local horse expert. The COVID thing is like the plague, It's like the Black Plague, not as bad, but it is a plague. Roller Girl, wow, nice to see you again. I love it when Roller Girl comes. And all of you, of course. Sarmad Halabi, hello Douglas, always been a listener to the live chat and your videos, been really struggling with taking on new challenges and obstacles in my new career and life. It's been constant inner battle. Well, this is a very stressful time on the planet, so set the intention to heal, reach out for support, and use a combination of mutually supportive therapies to treat your symptoms. That being said, you've all seen this many times. I've been working on this for 40 years now. Healing from depression and anxiety, self-care activities to improve your mood. The person who just went ahead and said that, if you email me, douglasblog@gmail.com, I will send you a free copy of that chart. The person who said they were struggling with their career. Yeah, killing people in more ways than the illness. Yeah, In Western society, it's accepted. As a Christian, I don't judge you. Well, there are a lot of Christians who do judge people. However, you just happen to be one who's living by the book, so to speak. There could be a joke in that. Is it okay to be single forever? Well, it's up to what you want. Some people want to be single, some people don't. It's all what Ali. It's all what you want inside. What your goals and your what you think would be good for you. By the way, I show 70 people viewing. Is that true? Big virtual hug. Yes, virtual hug for you, Roller Girl. I love the way you spell girl, G-U-R-L. I have so much anxiety about dating. Well, yeah, you should with COVID going around. Maybe we should wait until, this thing's under control. Okay, I live in Slovenia. I love that. One of the worst COVID countries in the world. I have access to my GP, but University Clinic of Neurology has been closed since December. Right, well, what about your GP? Can he maybe up your medication or something? I'm really sad with this event. Just try to hang on there as best you can. Resources aren't very available. It must be so frustrating. Yes. I got to head out. I will keep you all posted with what the doctor recommends. I love you, and I love you, Taco. I love your name. 75 people. Great. 20 minutes after the hour. Hey, we're kind of a little low on donations. Robert Jenkins is one of our great patrons. Haven't seen him, but don't feel guilty. Remember, you can donate for as little 99 cents. Just hit that $, the super chat, and you can help us out here at the Douglas's Pastor Douglas's Depression Recovery Hour. That's what it is. Pastor Doug. Just call me PD. Pastor Doug. Yeah, donations would be helpful. Is there a medication for OCD? There is. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to be accused of prescribing, but yeah, talk to your doctor. A lot of the SSRIs are used for OCD. Beth Miller, yay, nice to see you. Helpful, great for your content. Any thoughts about psychedelics to help with anxiety? Well, in Oregon, they have legalized for the first time in any place in the United States using psilocybin to help people with anxiety and depression. So obviously it has some use. But in this case, it has to be done under supervision. Riche, $5. Thank you. That must be Canadian, the CA, huh? You must live north of the border, too. Pastor Peggy, I love it. Marina, you are so good. That's even better. That's what my goddaughter calls me, Peggy, because I've had so many infections in my lower leg. She said, one day you're going to be a peg leg. Pastor Peggy, I love it. Some things have been strange. I'm not super depressed, but I can't really work up much enthusiasm. Sounds like you might have dysthymia or just sort of apathy. Yeah, we all need something to be enthusiastic about, don't we? Yes, rollerblade. Good to use a helmet and a wrist and elbow knee pads. You better believe it. Dating terrifies me too. When I was younger, I had boyfriends all the time. Now, not comfortable. Again, it's the COVID. Trazodone, lorazepam, those are good medications. Let me see what else basically you're saying. I'm so lucky I can stay home, only to go to town 3 times a month. Afraid of being too used to being around. The thought of dating terrifies me. Again, dating is scary, but in the age of COVID, it obviously can be dangerous. Lady B, you haven't found the right combination yet? Keep searching. All right, Brian Zimmerman, $5. Thank you so much. It adds up, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's see if we can get $50 today. I think we've got, with Jason's, I think we've got 20. Yeah, I used to skateboard as a kid also. That was about 80 years ago. Nancy, did I tell you I was 93? Okay, hey, Dave Durango, nice to see you. My grandpa's dying. We're going to visit him. I don't want him to die. Well, J.K. Larson, that is a sad thing. Grandparents can be really amazing people to their grandchildren. All right. Thank you all for being here and for participating. It's wonderful. Married for 41 years, and my husband's been dead for 20 years. Wow. And now I love living by myself. Okay, so you've made peace with being single. YouTube, where are you from? Well, I was born on the planet Neptune because I'm a Pisces, but I migrated here when I was 6, and I'm still getting used to planet Earth. I'm from New York City. Oh, Padar is in charge of the email chain. Yes, I have some stuff to send you, Padar, some other people. So if you're kind of doing the email thing, I will go ahead and send you the names that I have. What about etozolam? Can you throw some light on this? I'm not quite sure if you mean Lexapro or citalopram, but they're both good. How's it going, Lydia? €5. Thank you. Yep, and someone just sent something of the little tent. I love the tent. Lydia, thank you. So yeah, we've got about $25 approximately so far. Great. We just need another 25, and we're about halfway through. So we're doing well. You're from India. Well, always wanted to go there. Well, words can inspire. Yes. How's your mother doing? Jem from Northern England. I've lost track of time. My mother's been unwell and has been taken to hospital. It feels like all change. Life is challenging. Yeah. So Padar is giving his email address. So if anybody wants to be on the email list, contact him, and I will send him my names. Finally, my neighbor, I warned him about the cougar, but he speaks a little English. He came by later with his wife and son, who do nice folks. My dog likes them, so I think we're going to be friends. Klein Ozzy, good morning, Hall, and Happy New Year. Yeah, well, I guess we still are in the New Year, huh? Words can inspire. Keep positive and stay in touch with people. That is so critical. Oh, Mr. Rockets, $5. What a wonderful man you are. Didn't you, you live in Brooklyn, don't you? Tell me if I'm right. I think I have a good memory, Mr. Rockets, 88. Klein Ozzy, I get it. Thank you. And somebody with a nice, could this be the famous Richard Farrel, who just gave $5? It did. Ho ho, love yourself. Love you, Richard. The most popular guest I've ever had on live chat. He's showing up. If you haven't seen Back from the Brink, my interview with Richard, you must see it. It's the last one I did. Just type in Back from the Brink and look up those videos. I actually have a playlist I'm going to start. And Richard was the last person I interviewed. And what a brave person coming here with COVID. He only went to the hospital for 6 days after he hung around me. That was a joke. What do you call a person who takes care of chicken? A chicken caretaker. You live in Minnesota. Well, I guess it was the United States. I wasn't too far off. Love your name, YouTube. Yes, quite original, don't you think? With the way 2021 is starting off, I'm wondering if it might be worse than 2020. I'm getting tired of living through major historical events. Maybe because, it has nothing to do with getting old. Look, I'm 71 years old. I've been through a lot. I've been through the assassination of Kennedy, the Vietnam War, the assassination of Martin Luther King, the assassination of both Kennedys, Malcolm X, 4 people dead in the 60s. Pow. And Edward Steiner, your $25, you came just in time. Anyway, this is, for me as an American, this is the worst time. Why? Because with all the problems we've had, all the wars we've gotten into, we've never had an insurrection from inside the country. This is something you normally see in third world countries, coups, right? There's never been a coup attempt in all of American history, period. End of quotation. So this is a crisis in the Republic. I know how you folks feel. I don't know how you people looking overseas from the UK think about what's going on, but I know a lot of people in Europe are quite upset, as they should be. I mean, America has been an incredible experiment in democracy for 240 years, and I think with all its flaws, it's been a pretty good experiment. So I'm not even particularly patriotic, but this is something that should worry everybody. Who is the best specialist to see for low-grade depression, anxiety, and OCD? Probably a psychiatrist. A psychologist can help also. They're both good. The only difference is that a psychiatrist prescribes drugs. So if you just want to do talk therapy, psychologist is just as good, as well as a social worker, a licensed professional counselor, social worker, psychologist, pastoral counselor. A lot of people can treat mental illness. or see people for counseling. So yeah, many options. Thank you, Edward Steiner. I know there's a joke with this. Thank you so much from California. And what is the joke for today? I got some takeout Chinese food. Driving home, the bag shook. I turned and saw two eyes peering from the top of the bag. I thought it was a rat or a mouse, but it turned out to be my peeping duck. Oh my God, Peking duck. That is really horrible. It's a pun on Peking, China. Thank you, Edward. I love your jokes. And thank you again for your $25 donation. We've now hit our $50 mark. Actually, according to YouTube, we make usually about $100, which times 4 is $400. And I get a $500 bill every month from my YouTube videographers. So you guys have been supporting this channel like nobody else. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And thank you, Edward. Hi, Doug. How are you? Greetings down from Sydney, Australia. I have a really good ex-client friend who's a musician outside of Sydney. I need to give him a call. We're living in the last days before the great collapse. Luke 21 means hearts falling them, perplexity, sea and waves worrying, recent everyone. Daniel 12, apocalypse comes soon. Well, don't you think we're having one at the moment? Answer to joke, chicken tenders. Okay. What else are people saying? Yeah, YouTube, you're from India. A great place. Lazy Eye Ranch, glad to see you're getting acquainted with your neighbors. So am I. 2021 worse. Isn't the second working day on Monday called Black Monday? I don't know. There's Black Friday after Thanksgiving. I've never heard of Black Monday. All right. What are people thinking? Thank you to those for doing these chats every week. Many people helped and lives saved. Thank you. You're more than welcome. And Peter, thank you for being not only a financial contributor to this channel, but stepping out and doing those email links. You know I have about 10 or 15 emails from people that you don't have. So why don't you send me an email like when we're done at 9 p.m. European time, 1 p.m. our time. Okay, there's my next book to write. And what is that, Shirley K? Doug, I say your line, going through hell, keep walking. It does me as I suffer from depression. Yeah, going through hell, keep going, don't stop. And by the way, this book is available on Amazon as paperback or a Kindle. Paperback or Kindle. I'm getting hungry. I didn't eat breakfast, and I forgot to bring my banana. Well, guys, guess what? I don't have a microphone. I'm grabbing my banana. I'll be right back. All right. See you guys in just a minute. Green tea, one of the best things you can drink. Oh. Well, on my suicide prevention website, I'm going to have a page, nothing with jokes. It'll be there. Hey, Giselle Allegrini, you want me to faint from low blood sugar? Come on, give me a break. You're more than welcome, Ann C. Ann's one of my favorite names. Jokes from Depression Recovery Chat. All right. I'll publish it and you guys can, well, you can buy it online. Sorry, but you can't say I'm grabbing my banana on YouTube. Richard Farrell, you're very, very funny. Yeah, look, green tea in a teal cup. Don't you like it? Noah called me a funny name on his YouTube. I must see it. I'm sure it was complimentary. Noah and I have been, it's been a mutually beneficial relationship. He came to my group in 2011 when he was suicidally depressed. I helped him get better. Then he helped me start this YouTube channel, became my mentor. So, right, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Giselle Allegrini, I love your name. I love Italians. I was going to go on a beautiful tour of Italy in the fall of 2020 on my bucket list. And because of COVID, I haven't been able to go. Pray that Uncle Dougie, as my friends call me, will get to Italy within the next 5 years. I hear it's a wonderful place, and I adore Italian food. Anthony Olson says, I drink green teas all the time. I've grown to love it. Had to give up coffee. Caffeine explodes my anxiety, as does alcohol. Absolutely. Green tea is so good for you. Remember, always stay off social media. It can be very bad for your mental health. Amen. They've done studies that people on Facebook tend to get more depressed than others. Anyway, Pamela, I'm going to basically look at Noah's video. Thank you for the heads up. All right. Jokes from depression recovery. Yes. All right. What else is going on here? I'm looking through your comments. Oh my, I'm a chicken tender. Oh, along with the tender of goats, kitties, and dog. I need something to take care of, feel useful. I get a chicken tender, like McDonald's. Lydia B., I really like the episode from the book When Going Through Hell Don't Stop so far. The episodes, so generous to put them out there for free. Well, evidently, this is a ministry. This is a mental health ministry. Look, when I was 18, I took the Strong Campbell interest inventory. I was a freshman at the University of Rochester, going to be a math teacher. They took this interest inventory, and the counselor said, "My God, it says here that your highest calling, the best career for you is to be a minister. What do you think of going to divinity school up here in Rochester?" I said, "Well, I wouldn't mind being a minister." I said, "But I'm an atheist and I have no faith." He said, "Well, think about it." Anyway, yes, I have always thought of myself as a teacher and a minister, so thank you for saying that. So just call me Pastor Doug. What are the benefits of his green tea? Antioxidants and polyphenols. Here, I'll even write it out. Really, I've always wanted to go to see Sydney. Okay, now can some of you guys who understand chemistry tell people what an antioxidants and polyphenols in green tea? Let me do that early. Okay, you healthful nuts. Tell people what antioxidants and polyphenols are. January 19 will be 8 years, no drink. Good for you. Texas Angel. If we took a black and white perspective, we wouldn't be watching delegates. Sure you are. Would I have a black shirt? Of course you're taking a black and white perspective. All right. So tell us what antioxidants and polyphenols are. Pamela Perry, green tea, very good for the inflammation of the body. Antioxidants keep immune system healthy. Thank you very much. Wow, the 19th is your birthday? Oh my God, a nice Capricorn. You're welcome, Glenn Elliott. Zolt 3CH. This too shall pass. Yeah, Beth Miller and I have spoken on the phone. Let me see what Beth has to say. Please, everyone here, please pray, think good for me with everything that's going on in my life. I'm scared that I'm not going to make it. Well, so Beth, we've talked. Is it possible for you to, even do counseling virtually, like have somebody on, like from, what's that place called? BetterHelp.com? You can make it if you have the right kind of support. You took that test too, says Leslie I. Ranch, when I was a senior in high school. Yep, told me to be an art teacher or a forest manager. I kind of feel like an unofficial forest ranger now, living out here. See, those tests are right. I think Noah called you an old fart. Hey, I mean, I am going to be 72 next month, so. But remember, you're only as old as you feel. I feel like I'm 25 years old. I've always felt like I've been about 25. And I went to Italy and I loved it. For sure, be sure you go to the Vatican. Going to pray when you get to Italy is going to pray that you get to Italy someday so I can pray at the Vatican. I like it. You have a therapist. Well, talk to him or her about what you're going through. Barn O'Neill, I haven't seen you. If you stop drinking alcohol, then when you wake up in the morning, that is the best you are going to feel all day. I'm not quite sure what that means, but you can eventually detoxify yourself from alcohol. Yes, phytochemicals are in fruits, absolutely, and vegetables. When is my birthday? George Washington. Of course, you know what President Johnson did? He made it President's Day, the third weekend in February. So look, here's the deal. I'm going to give you all a history lesson. So George Washington, right? Is February 22nd, right? That's my birthday. Abraham Lincoln is February 12th. So now they have President's Day. So I'm born on George Washington's birthday. Our two greatest presidents, two of the three greatest presidents, we don't even know when their birthdays are anymore. All right, let's go back to seeing your comments. Age is only a number. I agree with you. Not drinking feels good physically in the morning. Well, that's good. Thoughts on probiotics to help with mood and anxiety. Did a whole video on it. If you want a healthy brain, have a happy brain, create a healthy gut. Probiotics are huge. Gut bacteria for mental health. Dress your figure, not your age. Not quite sure what that means. All right. Yeah, well, 22 is called a master number in numerology. Absolutely. I love the number 22. Pamela Perry, I too have another one strictly for health issues that no one sees on Facebook. I hardly go there now. Antioxidants help reduce free radicals. What about slaved radicals? Nothing to do with radically people, though. Excuse my zany off-the-wall humor. Of course, I know what you were thinking. Klein Ozzy, I always say that when things are dark and hopeless, breathe, believe, and have faith. Things will get better. You just have to believe. That's very nice. Hey, you were born March 22nd, another master number. Well, good for you, Valentino444. Any more 22s out there? Raise your hand. Marina Black Yarn, I've started making all vegetable soup, and it's making me feel better. I've decided to eat healthier. That's what I've been doing for 3 years. Anyone know of a lactose-free yogurt without added sugar? Yeah, lots of them. Just get plain yogurt. In America, we have Strauss Family Farms. They are amazing. All right. We could use one more donation in the next 15 minutes. I heard dress for the job you want, but I got fired when I dressed as Batman. Very funny. All right, I'm going to have another bite of my banana, another sip of my... Oh, by the way, this is hot cocoa, also good for you. They should have added MLK Day and kept Washington and Lincoln's birthdays. Yes, that is so true. Lisa C., you're great. I so agree with you. Yes, MLK Day should have been the third Monday of the month, and Washington... Yeah, brilliant. Let's go back in time. Barrett Mason says, DB, I like the name. By the way, call me DB. I love it. DB, you do a good job supporting people having a tough time. Depression is too common these times. I agree. So here is the literary question of the week. For a free copy of my ebook, right here, when going through Hell Don't Stop, for a free copy, what famous literary character was named DB? I'll give you a hint. Any of you who are under 50 will not know the answer to this. Only people my age, Ann C., Lazy Iran, Shirley K., you guys are the only people going to know. What famous literary character was called DB? Think it over. Yes, blue cheese is good for the gut flora because it's fermented, just like kimchi. By the way, thank you, Barrett. B-E-R-A-T, I don't know how you pronounce your name. What is the difference between a parachutist and a golfer? On a bad day, a golfer curses after he hits the ground. The parachuter curses before. Okay? Unless he has a parachute. I wish Recovery International had more locations. Yes, they really have helped me. Yes, maybe you could turn Beth Miller onto that. Hey, Clarence Devancy. D.B. Cooper? No, he was a real person, Susan Jones. He wasn't a literary character. You'll never get this. I lived so far from a supermarket. $5 from some wonderful YouTube patron saint, and that is Zolch, Z-O-L-T, Zolch3CH. I love your name. Tell me what it means. Thank you for your generosity. Really appreciate it. I like Hershey's milk chocolate, says Texas Angel. D.B. Holden? And who is D.B. Holden, by the way? Richier? You're kind of close. You're kind of warm. Please amplify what you mean. Martin O'Neill, I've developed a tremor in my left shoulder. It started when venlafaxine or Effexor was increased to 30 milligrams. That's a lot. Shit. Was this just a coincidence or did the meds cause it? Well, Effexor can cause anxiety, but you need to talk to your doctor, your psychiatrist, and discuss that. So the question is, if it is caused by the venlafaxine, maybe your doctor will have you decrease it. How can I find joy in things I used to like doing, but now I didn't? Well, that's Giancarlo, another wonderful. Rochella, it is Cyrano de Bergerac. No. Anyway, no. So that's one of the symptoms of depression, not having joy. So the thing to do, Giancarlo, is to simply find someone or a group of people and start. If you think you might be depressed, go to a good mental health professional, get a diagnosis, and then there's many things you can do. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but if you do think you have depression, this book took me 22 years to write, and it's still out there. Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood. Everything I know about getting better or managing depression is in this book. So you can get that on Amazon really easily. Super Strain. Hey Douglas, thank you for your videos. Just watched part 6. Yes, one day we'll generally get better. We all will. Thank you. Come on, you guys. D.B. Cooper is a real person. Oh, D.B. Caulfield, you are so close. Oh my God. Susan, you are close, and so was the other person. Boy, you are close. Dooneberry? No. So this sucks. I mean, when I was growing up, sorry for my language, when I was growing up, this was considered the greatest novel, one of the greatest novels ever written. It was so famous that the author had to retreat to Vermont or New Hampshire and stop giving all interviews. Robert Jenkins, you're showing up at the 11th hour. God bless you. You and Edward Steiner, $20. Let's see how you're doing, Robert. Sorry I'm missing today's live chat. I've been busy doing errands with the wife. I've been busy doing well. So my mind playing tricks on me, aka afraid that I will go backwards in my progress, and I'm not going to let it best me though. Well, yes, do errands with your wife. That's a good thing to do. Stay busy. Yeah, Doonesbury, yeah. But whoever said D.B. Caulfield, Susan Jones, put the word Caulfield in your Google search and tell me what you come up with. Holden Caulfield, right. You're right. Holden Caulfield is not what DB stands for, but you're close. Love David Bowie. He died today in 2016. Yes, he was not a literary character, but he was a cool person, very cool person. They sang his song up when the sky was going around the Earth in this space shuttle, something Commander something or other. What's the name? This guy, Chris, somebody, this really famous, tell me, who was the famous astronaut who was singing the David Bowie song as he was going around the Earth? That's what I like to know. Yes, Derek, 032-789, you are so close. Wasn't the character in Catcher in the Rye named Holden Caulfield? It was. He was the hero. But who was DB? He was also in that novel. My initials. Catcher in the Rye, the great coming-of-age book. You should all read it if you're under 18. Hey, I like Luke 21. One of my favorite. Yes, 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 yes. Chris Hatfield, thank you, Chum Chums. You're great. He was the guy who was singing. And what was the name of Commander? What was the song he was singing? Major Tom. Go on YouTube and visit. It has like 20 million views. Wow, my mom was given melatonin because she wasn't going to bed till 3 a.m. or even 7 a.m. She got up the second night of medication and fell doubtless due to a melatonin sleeplessness. What did the mummy coffee say to the child? You're grounded. His roomie, you're close. His brother, Andrew James Espiritu, you get the book. So, Holden Caulfield was the the hero of Catcher in the Rye, and DB was his brother. Not the roommate, but the brother. So, where's my freaking phone? So, let's see what I can share with you. What is the opening line of Catcher in the Rye? Question mark. I'm looking, I'm finding it. Oh, how come I can't find it? Oh, best opening line. Oh, of course, Robert Louis Stevenson, of course. Damn it. I'm not finding it. Why is it not here? Right. Bad news. 100 best opening lines book. Ugh. I'll be there in a second. If I can't find it, doesn't someone have a... Yes, I accept all. Damn it. I'm invisible. Mother died today. Ah! Someone tell me the first opening line of Catcher in the Rye. And that'll be who writes that book is Dave Barry, of course. Yeah, he's not in literature. He's a very good humorist. Health issues, no control over it. Don't like being alone anymore. Sick. Top of mental health. Pamela, I'm really sorry. I'm glad you're on this live chat. Cat was one of my favorite folks. Thank you, Derek 032789. You must be my age. Tell me how old you are. I really want to know. Since you've my favorite book of all time, Catcher in the Rye. You guys know. Somebody remembers Catcher in the Rye. Yes, melatonin is not good for depression. You're right. It was DB. No, DB was the brother, but I still can't find the opening line. What is wrong? No. I am not going to be defeated here. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born, and then that's it. It doesn't so... I'm not going to find it. Oh, I got it. Okay, I'm taking off my glasses to sort. Here we go. The opening line of what many people consider one of the greatest books of the 20th century, and here it goes. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born, and what my lousy childhood was like, and how my parents were occupied, and all that, all before they had me, and all that David Copperfield kind of crap. But I don't feel like going into it. If you want to know the truth, in the first place, that stuff bores me, and in the second place, my parents would have about 2 hemorrhages apiece if I told them anything if I told anything pretty personal about them. Sorry for bungling that. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like and how my parents were occupied and all that, and all before they had me and all that David Copperfield kind of crap, but I don't feel like going into it. Anyway, phenomenal book, phenomenal bestseller. Everybody who's under 17, especially if they're a male, should read that book. All right. It looks like Pamela Perry wants to get on the email list. pamela.perry11@gmail.com. Cool. Oh. I love Catcher in the Rye and read it all in the mid-'80s along with Adrian Mall. Very good. So there's enough people in my generation who remember that book. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It makes me a happy man. Yeah, melatonin can increase depression, I've been told, but everybody's different. Shirley K says, we're going to get through this. I have the same thing. Sticking alone is irritating, but better than having a narcissistic spouse. 55 and a half. Is that how old you are, little girl? 31, 38. My God, I'd give anything to be 31. DM Tharpula. If I start taking Lexapro, I go extremely depressed, can't cope with the things in my back for over 20 years since my father passed away. Hi from some Andean city in Peru. Wow, the first person from Peru. Thank you, Derek 032789. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like. You got it. So, you must have the book. Another person I know is a teenager on both melatonin and SSRI, quite high dose. She's been self-harming. That's too bad. Tale of Two Cities, that was the best of times and worst of times. Anyway, sorry for that long diversion trying to get that first line. It was a major book in my life when I was young. Do you know anything else about your medical situation? Yes, I've been diagnosed with transient global amnesia, TGA. You should go to the... I lost my memory 3 weeks ago, Wednesday, for 4 hours. Couldn't remember anything, what I did, where I was. So I had this thing called transient global amnesia. Look that up. There's a lot of good information on it. And it's caused me to really get my affair orders. I'm writing my will, planning my memorial service. Basically, I've already picked out my plot sites for me and Joan when we die. Really taking care of things. And by the way, in my will, I'm going to leave all of my good jokes to the live chatters. So I've got a whole list of them, about 500 of them. So just, we'll be sending them out to all of you, except we don't have your addresses. All right. It is really a bad thing. Do you know where you got it? VC, tell Noah Happy New Year. And what does VC have? I don't know. I love COVID survivor. Tested positive December 10th. Tested negative December 21st. I would not recommend it. Well, you survived it. Of course, I've heard if you survived it, you could always get it again. So we all have to be very vigilant. Yeah, Mac Liner, I had ECT 4 years ago, and I think I might be of an ECT aftershock. I was thinking of that myself. I had it in 20. Was I frightened? Yeah, I was. I wasn't panicky, but I was definitely frightened, not being able to remember where I was in the city of Portland, or whether it was Christmas or not, or anything. But it went away in 4 hours. But yeah, that's a very good point, Matt Liner. It could have been an ECT aftershock, even though I hadn't done ECT for 4.5 years. All right, it is 12:58. Can we have one more donation before we go? Love your chapters. Yes, B Reg Productions, once a week for 16 weeks. We're now on week 6. We got 10 more to go. I will tell Noah Happy New Year. All right. Nabilla Williams, nice to see you. I'm trying to... and there's results 3. Sam Z. lokti@gmail.com. All right. Let's go command 3. All right. Shirley K., I've had narcissistic men in my life, so I gave up on them, but the illness came out of nowhere and friends ran away. They didn't understand. Or mental illness for that sake. Yeah, people don't always understand mental illness, huh? Texas Angel says, Pam, I've considered getting a roommate I know personally. So you guys are working on how to essentially create more support in your life. Hey, big fan of Douglas from Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Matt Liner. I went to school in Rochester, New York, just across the lake. Sounds like I'm suffering. Oh, DM Trooper, yeah, suffering from trauma. Join the club. All right. Any last words? It's 1 o'clock. Time for me to actually get off and eat and run and take care of myself. Lazy Ranch, I used to get sudden amnesia when I was on high dose of Topamax. Once I was driving and didn't have a clue where I was, which direction I should go. Yep, that happened to me. I was on the main street I've driven on very often. Exactly. I was riding back from one of my favorite rides I've done 100 times, and I couldn't figure out where I was. Please live to 90. You were worth it. Well, thank you, Barrett Mason. I'll take that. Let's chant. Let's every day, every Sunday, let's all visualize Douglas Bloch living to be 90, but also remembering his name, too. RCB, I love RCB. What a wonderful, Rachel, the name I would have named my daughter if I ever had one. Lydia B, Germany, nice to see you. 81 viewers. You'll be back at home to San Diego. Yeah, what a wonderful sunny place that is. Thank you, Texas Angel. Texas Angel wrote me a wonderful, wonderful letter. Yes, Douglas from Ireland, Marcella Staunton. Ireland is a prosperous country because its capital is always Dublin. Yes, Gisela Aragrina. I just love saying your name. I could say it. It's like a mantra. It's terrifying to have sudden amnesia. I quit that drug. It wasn't helping anyway. PTSD could be forever? No. And there are ways that people can get out of their nervous system. The brain can regenerate, what's it called, neuroplasticity. With everything happening lately, I feel extremely unmotivated and depressed. Do you have any advice to be more productive? Yeah, find something you like, and if you can't get into it, go into counseling to see how you can change either your thinking or your physiology. I say intense exercise helps to reset the brain. Well, it's that time again. You've wasted another perfectly good hour on Car Talk. Oh, wrong speech. I don't know if you ever listened to that. Tom and Ray Meliazzi, they were very, very famous. Oh, someone just left $1, is it? Our final donation. I thought I saw a donation in there. Yes. 99 cents. Go, Texas Angel. Thank you. I love the banana. All right. So, next week it will be January 17th. See you then. Stay well. Stay safe. Stay positive. And remember, whatever you're going through, this is what I'm going to say to cap everything off. This too shall pass. And until I see you again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Remember, you loved the Car Talk guys. They were amazing, right? So, you're welcome, DM Tharpua. Anyway, 149. Yes, £1.49. Look at those little donations trickling in. So you guys can continue to talk amongst yourselves, as someone would say, for the next 10 minutes. I'll see you next week. And remember, next Saturday, the 16th, episode 7 of When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression, written by yours truly and read by a really cool Australian. As we say in the epileptic ward, seizure later.